Did you know that the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky, is considered one of the most haunted locations in the United States? Built in 1926, it was a hospital for tuberculosis patients during the height of the epidemic. At the time, there was no cure, and the facility saw the deaths of over 63,000 people. The suffering was immense, and the building holds echoes of that despair even now. Waverly Hills wasn't just a place of treatment, it was a place of fear. Patients underwent experimental procedures, many of which were cruel and ineffective. Some were subjected to surgeries where their ribs and lungs were removed in a desperate attempt to fight the disease. The survival rate was dismal, and hope often vanished into the cold hospital air. The most chilling part of the building is the body chute, a long dark tunnel used to discreetly transport the dead out of sight. To keep morale up, doctors didn't want patients to see how many people were dying each day, but the tunnel's heavy air and oppressive silence now make it a magnet for paranormal activity. Visitors report hearing the sound of gurney wheels echoing in the darkness, though no one is there. Some even feel invisible hands brushing their shoulders. And then there's room 502. The legend says that in 1928, a nurse who worked in room 502 was found hanging from the ceiling light fixture. She was pregnant and unmarried, a scandal at the time. They say she took her own life out of despair, but others believe something sinister drove her to it. Her presence lingers, restless and anguished. People claim to hear her sobbing or whispering behind them. Sometimes they catch sight of a figure in a nurse's uniform standing at the window, staring out into the night. Another terrifying encounter is with the Creeper, a dark, crawling entity seen moving along walls and ceilings. Witnesses describe an overwhelming sense of dread when they see it. Some even claim that if the Creeper gets too close, they're left with unexplained bruises and scratches. Visitors who've dared to explore the building at night talk of sudden drops in temperature, the sound of footsteps echoing down empty hallways, and faint, ghostly voices calling their names. Cameras and recording devices often malfunction, and strange figures appear in photos. To this day, the question remains, are these the spirits of patients still trapped in their suffering, or is something darker haunting the halls of Waverly Hills? The sanatorium stands abandoned, a decaying monument to lost hope and endless fear. Would you walk those haunted halls, knowing the shadows may follow you home? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and follow for more chilling tales.